Let's go back to the NFL now after week 6 of the NFL season. Had a lot of magic happen. Two teams really seemingly separated themselves. Two teams really said that we're the best in the whole damn league. Two teams said we're doing this from the beginning to the end. That'd be the Bucs, the Colts. Now, we don't have to just talk about them forever. That'd be too much for us to do. That'd be a little biased, wouldn't it, AJ, if we talked about the Colts all the time? Number 1 seed in the AFC by all accounts, and maybe most complete team in the NFL right now, okay? So we can talk about them all day, right, AJ?
Yeah, we could.
We don't want to do that, though. We don't want to talk about them all day because then we'd have to say things like, going into the season, nobody thought they were going to be good. Everybody thought they were going to be ass. Colts fans online actually said this team's going to be ass. Danny Dimes being a starting quarterback ever again was something that people would have spit in your face of your take if you were to say Danny Dimes might be in the MVP conversation in 2025 with the Indianapolis Colts, because we had the opportunity, obviously, with AR, and once again, we were believe ours coming into the season, and we can't believe our eyes whenever we read things about what's happening to AR whenever he's working out, trying to get better, and the building actually attacks his face. Like, that is obviously unfortunate. This guy's been incredible. We could talk about that all day. Michael Pittman Jr. gets into a fight. Danny Dimes actually jumps in to fight with him. Goes, whoa, we're not doing that. Danny Dimes on the sideline, high five. Quentin Nelson playing better football than he's played in a long time. Might just make an appearance in there. Jonathan Taylor's the best running back in the damn league. Let's go to the leaders, actually, of this entire NFL season thus far. Here's the rushers, okay? Here's the rushers. Jonathan Taylor right now leading the league in rushing. And we just had the year where Saquon Barkley had what he had with the Philadelphia Eagles winning the Super Bowl. Top 5 rushers at this point. Jonathan Taylor, 603 yards. James Cook, 537 yards. Bijan Robinson, who's ranked number 19th or something like that, or 13th in running back position in the entire NFL from PFF.
That is correct. He's getting really dinged up for fumbling, but not losing fumbles. But he's fumbling. Or at least he did on Sunday night. So
they're calling this guy the MVP. They're saying he's the best football player in the entire league. Our entire offense runs through him. PFF says middle of the pack whenever it comes to running backs in this entirety. Javonte and then Rico Dowdell. The Rico Act has been tossed a couple different times. I don't even think he's ranked by PFF. I think Rico's
he was not in their top 16 from Sunday, and he once again had like
from
200.
Sunday?
Yeah,
he was not top 16. Yeah. So there's a lot of things happening with PFF right now.
They actually had him listed as a tight end, I think, on PFF.
Okay, so we don't know if that's true or not, but top 5 rushers right there.
Could be.
Hey, Cush, what are you seeing there? And obviously, we'll do your In the Trenches top 5 offensive line here in a little bit. What do you see from this? And do you think this is the way to win football game?
That's a pretty accurate list right there. Jonathan Taylor's been fantastic. James Cook didn't get a touch in the fourth quarter. Probably need to go a little bit more through him. Bijan, as we've talked about, maybe the MVP, electric player. Javonte Williams, they've done a fantastic job revamping their offensive line and run game. I know they lost this last week. Rico Dowdell has really come on. He's got 200 yards rushing in the last 2 weeks. Incredible.
Yeah, it's been fun to watch Rico, and they weren't buckled up, though. Like, I love the way everybody for the Carolina Panthers seemingly speaks, and Bryce Young included.
Yeah.
They had him mic'd up about Bryce Young whenever they were down 17. He sounded like a 45-year-old pro in there, and his calmness and his matter-of-factness and his, I want to say his empathy for his teammates for the moment, while also here's Bryce Young while they're down 17 this past weekend.
Stay with me. Just stay with me. It's a long game. Just stay with me. Stay with me today. I got your back, bro. Hey, keep going with me. I promise. We're in a good spot.
Sweet.
Keep going with me. Here we go. Oh, here we go.
Music helps.
Let's get it now. One at a time.
NFL
here we go.
Prime
Here we
scoring
go. This is where we finish. This is always ours. This is where we finish.
Yeah, it is.
Let's go. Fourth quarter. This is where we finish. Stay with it. We're right where we need to be. Right
pick
where
it
we need
up
to be.
Into the end zone for a touchdown, and he gives Carolina the lead.
Great calls, coach. Hey, ball. Great job, man. Got your back. Finish us off.
Bring the ball.
Let's go.
Sack by Carolina.
Let's go. Hey, 4 minutes. 4 minutes. Let's go. 4 minutes. Hey, we finished right here. They don't touch the ball. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go.
It's a pass interference, and the Panthers just have to kneel it.
Let's go. Hell yeah. The best play in football.
Young takes the knee, and the Panthers make a statement.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Yes, sir. Hey, that's what I'm talking about, man. Hey, love you, bro.
Hey. Maybe they got something down there.
Yeah.
Maybe they got something down there, especially with the run and what their offensive line has been able to do. Let's go to the top wide receivers thus far as we are week 6 into the season. Number 1, Jackson Smith and Jigba. He's been special. Puka Nacua, obviously, we heard him give a speech to the team on the sideline that was incredible. His mic'd up stuff inside the NFL on X has been phenomenal. I like that they're getting stuff out there. Now, there's a lot of other people saying, we've been stealing footage for so long. Feel bad for us. George Pickens, obviously a whole new world out there in Dallas without CD. Emeka Egbuka got hurt early for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We'll obviously monitor that situation. And Jamar Chase, who now has his third quarterback of the season, is at 468. D-Butts, what do you see from the top 5 receivers in the league?
League's in good hands when it comes to pass catchers. Seattle, they moved on from DK, Jackson Smith, and Jigba. He's been unbelievable since coming into the league. Same thing with Puka, moving on from Cooper Kupp, gave him the mantle. You got to have all these are getting great quarterbacks throwing the ball as well. So you're going from Sam Darnold, you got Matt Stafford, and Dak getting it to George Pickens. He's been a great pickup so far. Ibuka, you heard BA talking about, hey, if my rookies are ready by Thanksgiving, it's great. He came in. Hopefully we get him healthy soon. And Jamar Chase been up here in his top 5 with what's been going on at the quarterback position over there is absolutely tremendous. He'll produce regardless of who throwing him the ball. So great list right here.
Let's go to the top 5 quarterbacks. We want to talk about the league's in good hands. Speaking of the ball in hands, Matthew Stafford leading the league. Dak Prescott at number 2. Sam Darnold with the Seattle Seahawks. Crazy what's happened for Sam Darnold last year with Minnesota, now with Seattle. Baker Mayfield down in Tampa Bay. Obviously, the picture of picking yourself up and becoming the face of a franchise, both him and Sam Darnold, both, and Matthew Stafford, I guess, whenever he goes over to L.A. and just becomes the face of that Rams team. And then Drake May, the man out of North Carolina who's already on his second head coach and into his second offensive coordinator, and a guy who, since the day he got into a Patriots uniform, had Patriots fans, at least the guy that we know is a Patriot fan, saying, we got a guy. He's big, he's strong, he's fast. He rounds out a top 5. AJ, what do you see from the top 5 passers in the NFL thus far this NFL season?
I think it's cool to see young Drake May crack into this top 5, and Matthew Stafford with the longevity that dude has had and how long he has been doing it. But, I mean, can we get Dak some help on defense, man? Like, Dak is playing very, very good football at a high level, and they just can't seem to stop anybody. And it's like a feel-good story, I feel like, to see Darnold and Baker on there playing so well. For whatever reason, it's easy to root for those guys.
I concur completely. Let's go to getting to the quarterback. Let's go to sacks, top 5 sacks in the league. You got Benito on that Denver Broncos defense that made the Jets look horrendous in London. Byron Young, number 06. Same with Brian Burns. Aiden Hutchinson and Durance Armstrong. Now, whenever I see these 5 guys, AQ, you think nightmare, or what are the thoughts on what's happening on the defensive line pass rush side of football?
They are nightmares, but I think when you look at Benito and you look at Byron Young, both of those guys benefit from having a good defensive line all the way across. When you look at Benito, he's got Cooper, he's got Zach Allen, he's got all these guys, right? Byron Young has Fisk, he's got Verse. I mean, they got players everywhere. Obviously, Brian Burns got Dexter Lawrence. He's got Abdul Cart, right? Like, all these guys are benefiting from the entire group. They're just the ones making the plays.
Okay, now let's talk about more on the defensive side and the back end. Let's go to top 5 picks. Top 5 picks. Ooh. You got Lloyd with 4, Byard with 3, Joseph with 3, Petrie with 3, and then 18 people with 2. Okay, now I don't see all the names on there. I see Bynum pretty good and Mekhi Blackman. All the other names kind of. Leatu Latu is also in there. He's a defensive end, so feels like those names are a little bit bigger than all the other ones. But what does this mean, D-Butch? Is this a good start, you think, to the defense on getting their hands on the ball, or a bad start?
Kind of coming from all over the place. You got a linebacker right now leading the league in interceptions with Devin Lloyd, and then 2 kind of free safeties, deep field safeties getting their hands on the ball, and Jalen Petrie, who kind of plays all over but mostly in the slot, and then obviously a bunch of guys tied at 5. So getting their hands on the ball from all over the defense.
I like that. I appreciate where we're at, and congrats to all of these guys being top 5.
Yeah.
A lot of guys top 5 here.
That's right.
A lot of guys top 5. They're intercepting top 5s, even though they're top 30 in this particular list. And then let's go to tackles, AJ. Total tackles now. We got dogs all over the place. 66 tackles down there in Miami. There is an upside down there. Bobby Wagner still doing it in Washington at 65. Cedric Gray, Jamian, and Nate Landman. Great name out of Landman. And obviously it's been fun to watch him play this year. Feels like we're just learning his story. AJ, what are your thoughts on Bobby Wagner's old ass still doing it?
It's so awesome to see Bobby out there. And Bobby's still playing. Like, that's the problem. People, when they know that somebody's been around forever and they know what age they are, they, like, instantly you watch it with these weird, like, filtered look. Like, oh, yeah, he's still pretty good for how old he is. No, he's pretty damn good for a football player. He's an awesome linebacker in the NFL no matter what age he is. And I'll tell you what, Landman, he's quietly just racking up the stats over there in L.A.
Jordan Brooks, let's go to one half of the hammer. Dahn, Cowboys, Bubba Gumpino. Jordan Brooks all over the place, got a nose for the ball.
Absolute leader on the defensive side of the football, probably the whole leader on the entire team. He makes a tackle every time he gets near a guy.
Well, the leaders need to get it right, because I've heard there's people being late to things that the leaders are putting together.
He'll be taking the podium today, actually.
Okay, I'm excited to hear what he has.
they're facing a lot of offensive snaps. If you pop that list up again, it's the one list I think stands out from the other ones where you see 3 teams on here: the Dolphins, the Titans, the Jets. Where it's like, yes.
Teams are only scoring 60%.
You're saying stats are a little misleading?
No, I'm not saying it's misleading, but
you're saying, it's easy to get 66 tackles whenever you're on the field, 4,000x the other team.
No, I'm not saying it's easy, but it's just one of those lists that sometimes you don't want to be on. And then even with the passing, like, you don't necessarily want to be. You have a great passer, obviously, but you don't want to be on that list. A lot of times you want to be running that ball out, winning the game, 4-minute drives.
Yeah.
But can be misleading.
Okay, and last stat, this might be misleading as well because it's our first time really giving it. Kickoffs and punts only, not turnovers. Drive start average, basically. After a return is when the offense gets the ball. The Washington Commanders average the 32.2-yard line after every single time they get the ball. Okay,
pretty good.
So if it's a kick or a punt, a kickoff or a punt, their return averaging, getting them to the 32.2-yard line. That's a great drive start. And then after the kick, which would be the defensive drive start when the defense takes the field, the New York Giants defense currently jogging onto the field average 24-yard line start, which is that's less than a touchback used to be last year whenever it was at the 25, or 2 years ago whenever it was at the 25. That's incredible stuff. The kickoff's a big deal now. Okay, they're a big deal now. You either got somebody that can do them or you don't. And if you don't, you can get punished. You kick it out of bounds, it's 40. Touchbacks, 35. You kind of have to cover. These teams have been doing well in special teams, and some of these teams haven't been doing well the rest of the way, so maybe they need to lift up and play to the level their special teams have been playing.